Jesus Christ, his righteousness, covering you when you trust in him.
4, speaking of necessary sacraments, the Eucharist is not just symbolic, but the real presence of Jesus Christ, his body, blood, soul, and divinity under the appearance of bread and wine.
This teaching is called transubstantiation, and it's spiritually dangerous because it has led to idolatry in the Catholic Church. After the priest consecrates the Eucharist, it becomes what Catholics call the host, a word that comes from the Latin hostia, meaning sacrificial victim. The host is sometimes placed in an ornate container called a monstrous, which looks like a golden sun disk. And Catholics literally bow down to and worship this wafer because they believe the presence of Jesus is in it. This is idolatry, pure and simple. Exodus chapter 20 verses 4 through 5 commands us, "You shall not make for yourself a carved image, any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. You shall not bow down to them, nor serve them." The Bible is clear. We are not to worship any objects. We are to worship God alone. In addition, since Catholics think the Eucharist becomes the literal body of Jesus, they believe that in every Mass, Jesus is offered again to the Father. The Catechism of the Catholic Church, paragraph 1367 says, "The sacrifice of Christ and the sacrifice of the Eucharist are one single sacrifice. In this divine sacrifice, which is celebrated in the Mass, the same Christ who offered himself once in a bloody manner on the altar of the cross is contained and is offered in an unbloody manner." But Hebrews chapter 9 verse 28 tells us, "So Christ was offered once to bear the sins of many. To those who eagerly wait for him, he will appear a second time apart from sin for salvation." Christ doesn't need to be sacrificed over and over again, a million times every Sunday in Catholic churches around the world. His sacrifice on the cross was enough. And I think we're starting to see a pattern here in the Catholic Church, a pattern that suggests what Christ did for us was not enough. His once-for-all sacrifice is treated as insufficient, so Catholics attempt to compensate by adding works, rituals, and traditions on top of it. But the gospel declares the opposite. Jesus said on the cross, "It is finished." Nothing more is needed. His death penalty paid the full price for sin once and for all.